welcome to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm here with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. As always, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all of your beautiful comments. I don't get a chance to respond to all of them, but I do read them. So thank you so much for being so kind, for sharing your stories and being so vulnerable as well. I just wanted to make this space a place where we can all share our stories and find comfort and support in each other. So thank you so much for helping me do that. As a thank you to my beautiful subscribers, I do offer a chance to win a free reading, and all you have to do is drop a comment below any of my videos. Be sure to hit your like button, your subscribe button, and be sure to hit your notification bell as well, so that if you are chosen the winner, I can get the ball rolling and notify you via the comment section. I will never send unsolicited DMs or anything like that. I do not solicit readings, so be sure to protect yourself if you are ever approached by somebody who is perhaps pretending to be the Tarot Cottage. I know that that's a problem here on YouTube with a lot of tarot channels, and a problem on Instagram as well. So please protect yourself. I do not want to see anyone get scammed. Now, if you are new to the channel or you've just stumbled here for the very first time, welcome. Thank you for joining us today. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so please pull up a chair and get cozy. We're going to have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather around my table. Today we're doing a Soulmate Sunday energy. We're going to do a soulmate and separation reading. So this is a no contact reading, and we're looking at their secret confessions of their feelings for you today. So we have 3 piles to choose from. Pile number 1 with the yellow flower, the yellow rose, and the Knight of Cups. Pile number 2 with the red rose and the Knight of Pentacles. And pile number 3 with the white rose and the Knight of Wands. So whichever whichever pile or piles are going to be calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from Spirit, and my timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Today it's soulmate and separation, no contact, and how is this person feeling? What is the confession of their secret feelings for you? Pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the yellow rose, and you were drawn to the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups here, I always think of like the knight in shining armor, very gallant energy. This could have been somebody in your past who was always there for you, who always, it's like they have a really high place in your heart, or they're holding this really high pedestal in your mind, because this is perhaps somebody who never disappointed you, other than perhaps the separation, which of course causes a lot of pain, but maybe they never disappointed you. Maybe they never hurt you. There's a vulnerability that I feel with this person as well, and they really care about what you think about them in the present moment as well. So let's take a look here. This person could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Of course, they don't have to be, but they could be a water energy. You could be a water energy as well. So I'm going to use the Disney Alice in Wonderland Tarot for you to start your reading. So what are the secret confessions here for pile number 1, no contact? What are the secret confessions that this person has about their true feelings for pile number 1? We have the Page of Spears, the Page of Swords. There's another one stuck to it. I'm trying to get it. We also have here the Page of Flowers, which is the Page of Wands. Reversed. This person wants to confess that they have watched you quite a bit, and it's almost become a little bit of a problem. It's like it's like they watch you to torture themselves, truthfully. Oh, we have the 6 of Cups reversed. And part of their secret confession to you about their true feelings is the fact that they know that a reunion may be difficult in the present moment, or they know that they feel as though maybe it's unrealistic that you feel the same way, or that you're anticipating a reunion as well. They're just very nostalgic when it comes to you. And you may have actually went to school with this person, because I'm getting a really strong sense of school energy or school themes, and you could have come of age with this person as well, because it's like they feel like they're stuck in the knighthood phase. Like they're stuck with this restless energy, this unfinished cycle with you. And they want to confess that sometimes they think they feel very, very connected to you. They feel like they can pick up on your energy, and they wonder if you're thinking about them too. Are you watching them as well? Sometimes they feel really secure about that belief. And then other times they feel very insecure about it. Other times they're not sure if it's all in their mind at times as well. They are confessing that they think that you may be a twin flame energy, actually. But, and they also, you know, thoughts of you give them a lot of empowerment. Like thoughts of you give them a sense of home, give them a sense of comfort in some type of way. It just makes them feel good. But on the flip side of things, it's sort of bittersweet, because when they watch you, it makes them feel frustrated because of the frustrating delays. It makes them feel frustrated with themselves because they never took advantage of an opportunity when they had a chance to. And they wish that they had been more generous with you. They wish that they had been more forthcoming with you in the past of this connection too, because they feel like they really dropped the ball in this connection. And they're really kicking themselves. You could have just been friends with this person, truthfully. And they were waiting for the perfect moment. It's like they kept seeking out more information, wondering if you felt the same way. But they never quite felt justified or felt strong enough or courageous enough to make it work. Now here's Tweedledee and Tweedledum with the Lovers. There's a very strong sense of connection with this person, and they do sense that with you as well. They hope that it's the same. They hope that they, even with Tweedledee and Tweedledum, it's like you can see the bows around their neck. It's like they think so highly of you, and they don't feel like maybe you feel as highly for them, but I feel like you really do. It's like both of you may have dropped the ball in the past of this connection. Now there is an emphasis now about the difficulties of why they can't approach you. And that's part of this secret confession, is the fact that they still have these thoughts when they shouldn't be having these thoughts. Perhaps because of their position. I just heard Stake a Claim, and they just showed me that movie with Tom Cruise where he's running through and he has to claim land that's free from the government. That's what I just heard. It's like they wanted to stake a claim with you. But perhaps they have had their claims struck by someone else, for instance, but they wish that they had kind of staken their claim when it comes to this connection. And there's the Hermit, and here's the little mouse sitting in the teapot, and there's this energy surrounding their confessions about their feelings for you in regards to rest and having to heal, how difficult it is, how afraid they are that you have healed. And that's part of this energy. It's like, I'm afraid that you have healed from this, and that this is not influencing you the way that it's influencing me in the present moment. They're also speaking about being afraid of legal issues, to be honest with you. So this could mean that they are maybe involved with the legal field, or again, involved in another connection that is a real commitment in the present moment. We have the Queen of Wands. You could be a fire sign. Oh, beautiful. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. There's the Star, though, Aquarius energy. And it's like they're half hope. The red rose is empowerment. The white rose is hope. And because this connection gives them so much empowerment, they don't want to give up the hope. They feel like it's unrealistic. That, again, you feel the same. Unrealistic that a reunion could happen. But this Hermit doesn't want to let go of that potential. And that's one of their secret confessions regarding their feelings for you, is that they, even though they know it's difficult now, this still influences them, and they still wonder if there could be something more with good plans and hard work and careful steps towards you. But they know that now is not the time. But they're watching. They're watching you. You could definitely be a Leo. There's the beautiful sun. They're watching you, and it's like this, there's something about a dream surrounding you, because they just showed me the dream-like state of Alice in Wonderland overall. And so there's this energy around you about being this dream, something that they can't attain, something that it's like you're a star. It's like you're a celebrity that they're watching now. It's like, oh, I used to know that person. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're a celebrity. You could be the Aquarius energy here, however. What are their secret confessions, please, for pile number 1? There is this confession about them thinking that both of you were foolish. And it's like they want to know, do you feel that same way too? Do you feel like you were foolish in not speaking to me or speaking up in the past of this connection? We have the beautiful Queen of Wands again. They also want to confess that they always found you attractive, and they were really intimidated by you sometimes. Like it's like you're a formidable force, or it's like people can feel your energy when you walk into a room. There's something powerful about your presence. And something powerful about the way you look. Something powerful about the way that you carried yourself with confidence, even if it was just pretend at the moment. And I feel like it perhaps was a little bit pretend at the moment. We have the World and the King of Swords supporting the Six of Cups reversed. Now, it's important. I've had a few comments in my comment section about, the cards and the way that I read and things like that. these are my answers. My top cards are my answers. These are just supports. These are just extra fuel that Spirit will give me to add a little bit extra fuel to my message. They support the main card. We have the Eight of Wands, but this person is also confessing about really frustrating delays that they were responsible for, that perhaps you were responsible for, and they have so much left that they want to say, that they want to get off of their chest. But they feel like it's too risky in the present moment because they're speaking now about uprooting their whole life. Like, I don't know if I'm prepared to uproot my whole life, or if I'm strong enough to uproot my whole life. Because they made such big, grand mistakes in the past, they're afraid of making mistakes in the present. Because they never conquered that fear in the past. So they don't have that store of knowledge available to them in the present moment. Because they're literally thinking about uprooting everything, like literally pulling all that they've invested out of the ground. And there's the Hermit too, Virgo energy. Back of the deck is the King of Wands. And even when they doubt themselves, it circles right back to the twin flame energy, to the deep connection, to the hope that they have, and to the protection that they're surrounding that hope. It's like they're trying to protect the hope that they have. Protect the connection because it means so much to them. You have a very heavy influence on this person, and they carry it with them wherever they go. What are their secret confessions about their truest feelings for pile number 1, please? We have the dolphin play. I think of friendship, I think of the Three of Cups, of celebration, reunions, and operating off of sonar, so giving off vibrations. You know, the dolphin will use echolocation to find fish. And they felt like they were giving you signs and symbols in the past. Maybe they weren't very obvious, or maybe you did pick up on them, but you were experiencing the same type of fear and insecurity that they were experiencing. But there's an aspect of the laughter with the dolphin too. So laughing with you, missing your laugh, still being able to hear your laugh at times. And there's the oyster, Hermit energy, as solitary as an oyster. And yet all of this energy, this light seems to be bursting out of it. And that's what they want to confess, is that I keep it inside, but it's a difficult path. You know, it's hard for me to keep it inside. I feel like I want to burst with the Eight of Wands. It's like this frustration inside of me that it makes me feel like I want to burst. We have the hawk on the back of this deck. And I always think of the hawk as being this brave energy, keen eyesight, so somebody who's watching and who has sees things clearer now. They've matured. What are their secret confessions, please, of their truest feelings for pile number 1? I want to come forward with an offer, but they're making plans. It feels like they're a planning energy, like fantasizing energy. But the Hermit goes a little bit farther than the fantasy. He starts to really think about the ins and outs and the next step. And they hold on to this light in their lantern to light up that next step. They wonder if you are also, they also want to confess that they wonder if you are just as uncertain as they are. We have you are a goddess. The divine feminine, the Empress. I did not follow my heart, and there is part of me that is losing hope because they understand the nature of the dilemma. Perhaps maybe it's reversed and this is your situation, but they understand the nature of the dilemma here to make a choice, and you're this temptation. It's like they're going to be kicked out of the garden. The thought of you as someone else, though, drives me crazy. So they may be very well aware of you in other cycles, or having had other cycles because they've had such a keen eye on you since the past. But there's been a huge evolution. Even if they're stuck in the night stage, they are still a king now. Like, they've moved into that position. They still dream of a second chance with you. They keep that to themselves, but they dream about it. Don't give up on us is on the back of that deck. What are their secret confessions of their truest feelings for pile number 1, please? We have here cassette. They replay your conversations over and over and over in their mind, an outdated cassette. There could even have been like a mixed tape or a mixed CD if we're dating ourselves here, if it's really in the past, or even like a playlist, some type of song list that this person may have created for you or has that reminds them of you quite a bit. We have here keys on a ring, many options, decisions, unconventional stringing along, and one night stand. They also have the secret confession about the fantasies that they have about you. I feel like it could have really began in innocence, but they don't want to keep it in that place. And they're being very strategic. They're not showing their hands of cards. They're taking a gamble. They're thinking about taking that gamble because they would like to have a conversation with you and get some things off of their chest. But I feel like they're afraid of the gamble that actually would be in their present life. What is their secret confessions of their truest feelings, please, for pile number 1? I believe that our souls are very old friends. And there is an emphasis here with the Six of Cups on friendship, even with the Three of Cups, with the dolphin. Keep your chin up because they are losing some hope. They're trying to cling to logic, but logic only sinks them farther into this uncertainty. I'm working on finding a way to you. And I do feel that with the Hermit. I feel like this person's in a sort of strategic energy. But it's very careful handling. They have to be very careful and cautious. I've learned a lot through this separation about themselves, about twin flame energies, and it will never be over for me. Oh, I try not to miss you, but I wish that I was better at it, is on the back of that deck, pile 1. Oh my goodness, let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. The very last thought that this person had is soulmate and separation. For pile number 1 in the bowl, please. We have the King of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We have Judgment. We have the Seven of Cups in the reversal. Everything's in the reverse today in your bowl. The Judgment, this person really thinks they made a huge mistake. They really feel like they made a huge error in judgment when it comes to you, just because they didn't speak up. You know, come what may, no matter what, you know, the blame game can be played all day long, but just because they didn't speak up. And they still have so much more they want to reveal to you. And I feel like they have intentions to make that happen, but they just don't know how they're going to make it happen in the present moment. In the bowl today, we have the letter Q and W, and we have the letter N. We have heart reverse, somebody who didn't share their heart space, and making the best out of a negative situation with the lemon, making lemonade out of lemons. I also think of Lemonade, the Beyonce song, so that could, you know, relate to their current position or your current position. We do have the turtle. I think of the Knight of Pentacles, and I think of integrity. We have the key, so somebody who does feel stuck. We have change, and we have the hospital pants. I think of hospital scrubs. I think of the lower chakras as well, and I think about the sisterhood of traveling pants. So that's a friendship energy. So it's like it just fits no matter where we go in life. This connection just fits. Pile number 1, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my links below for Etsy for a personal reading. And if you go to Etsy and it has sold out, they do sell out quickly, but I do update the shop daily, so be sure to check back. You can also check out my link for Instagram. But I hope that you have a beautiful day, and I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. Hello, pile number 2. You are drawn to the red rose and to the Knight of Pentacles, and this is your reading. The person on your mind in no contact, the soulmate and separation, what are their truest feelings for you? What are their confessions of their truest feelings for you? Something that they don't feel like they can share all of the time. Now, the Knight of Pentacles here, as soon as I looked down at him, I just heard Dapple Gray, this beautiful horse that's running through. And even the succulent, you know, the succulent, you can let it dry out. It's a plant that does require, you know, water, but you can let it dry out. So there's a thirst inside of this person, and I feel like they've aged, or they've aged perhaps since they've seen you. There's perhaps been a lengthy period of time since there's been a disconnect here in this connection, and they are really focused on building for themselves in the present moment. So they could be really focused on career, on family, on home, but this still serves as a distraction because now they're talking about greener pastures. You know, we think that we have greener pastures waiting for us, but there's this essence of not really getting what they expected perhaps. So let's take a look here and see how that relates to your reading. I'm going to use the Crow Tarot for you to start. So what are some of the confessions of their truest feelings, please, for pile number 2, their soulmate and separation, no contact situation that they find themselves in. The Nine of Cups. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Three of Cups, the Nine of Cups. Their first confession here was that they had a huge crush on you in the past. A huge, huge crush on you. And it's sort of just, it feels like it is what it is. Like, it feels like they have surrendered to their feelings, their emotions. I feel like you're perpetually up there in the stars. And they hope that you haven't forgotten about them. There's a confession inside of them of like, I wonder if they've forgotten about me. I wonder if they even, did I even make an impression on this person? Because there's the King of Cups. And what they really want to confess is a deep sense of love. Like a deep sense of love. And maybe it's overinflated because of their emotions or because of how long it's been, but they feel like they are in love with you. They feel like they let almost their person slip away. And now behind this King of Cups is this sailboat and this shark. And when I think of the shark, I think of loss of financial wealth, loss of position. So they could be, you know, really working on their career, really working on their position. And this serves as a bit of an emotional distraction. It's like they have to turn some of their waves of emotion away or turn their back on it when they think about you, because otherwise they get too focused on that star. You could be an Aquarius energy. I'm getting a lot of Aquarius energy today. You have the King of Swords reversed. And we have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups was also a theme in pile number 1. And I'm not surprised when we're dealing with a soulmate and separation reading. Usually the Six of Cups, the Lovers, you know, the Four of Wands, these cards will come out quite a bit. There's a real deep sense of soulmate love even within the King and Queen of Cups for me as well. So this person, they feel like they didn't share that they loved you. It's like you guys were friends and they loved you. Like it didn't matter that it was just a friendship. There's the Six of Wands and there's the Knight of Cups. They were wearing such heavy masks with you. And they want to confess that. It's like they needed a little bit of help, a little bit of a boost to get things rolling. And they were just waiting for that moment, but that moment perhaps never showed up, never presented itself to them. And now they have to confess that they have to pretend like this doesn't bother them. Like it's not something that reaches into their soul in this moment. But they think about reunions with you a lot. They have so much they wish that they could say. There's the Nine of Cups. And they also want to confess that they were a little bit too smug with the perception between the two of you in the past. I feel like there was a really close dynamic between the two of you. Maybe you flirted a lot. Maybe there was just this expectation that maybe this would go somewhere. It's like I really was too passive and I took advantage of my own ego almost. It's like my ego got the better of me. There's also this message coming through for someone watching about them seeming like a player when they were friends with you or in the past. It's like maybe they went out with a lot of different people, or maybe there was a friend group here where they dated a friend in your group or something, but it's like they gave you this impression of who they were in that moment. And there's the Ten of Pentacles. Now the Ten of Pentacles is loyalty. I feel like there's a loyalty to you with the Six of Cups. There's rose-colored glasses here. They definitely have loyalty to you. But as I keep hearing as they've aged, I feel like they've aged. There's been quite a few years here. Their loyalty has to be split. There's two dogs here. It's like their loyalty has to be split. This dog's sitting and being petted. This dog's waiting to be petted. So their loyalty and their heart has to be split. They sometimes have to turn their back on the waves of emotion and their loyalty to you to get their work done in order to kind of do what they have to do with their responsibilities. And, you know, the same is true when they have to focus on you other than the responsibilities to revitalize this feeling. Because when they feel this way, they feel connected to you and they want to speak about that as well. When they fantasize about you or think about you in the past, they feel very deeply connected to you and they wonder if you feel that connection as well. They also secretly want to confess that they want to speak to you. They want to talk to you. They know that it's a risk. And again, you know, the Page of Swords came out in the reversal in pile 1 too. So there could be a message waiting for you as well there. And the same message is coming through here. It's like, I wish that I could speak to you, but it's not logical for me to do so because it could create an implosion for me. It could create the Tower energy for me. It could create divorces. I'm hearing the word divorce. So please take that as it resonates. Three of Cups on the back of the deck again. To support this, like looking right at the Six of Cups here. And there's the Seven of Cups. They also want to confess that they don't know how you feel 100%. They want to feel like this connection is real for both of you. But sometimes they wonder if they're kidding themselves or if they're just inflating their own ego with this belief system because they're uncertain. They're uncertain if you remember them. And I feel like that's kind of a silly energy from them. But we have the Six of Swords. There's so many sixes. And the King of Pentacles. They also want to confess that within these sort of conversations with you that they feel like you're the only one that can give them the answers that they're looking for. It's like, you know, they want closure, but they don't actually want closure. They want reunions. They want maybe a little bit of fantasy mixed in. There's a lot of confusion, but also options mixed in with the Seven of Cups. And when they fantasize about you or when they think about you, it's like they're tapping into a shell of their former selves. It's like they're thinking about the shadow that follows them through their experience. Confessions of their truest feelings. Ooh, we've got a big explosion. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. I sometimes feel like cultural differences here, cultural expectations, marriages perhaps that are more culturally based or not necessarily based on emotional connection. We have here romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring, and retreat. Time to disconnect from the world. This person also secretly wants to confess to you that they wish that the two of you could run away together. It's like, I just want to run away with you. But they feel like they are stuck in a dynamic that is limiting to them, some type of commitment, and they still have these feelings. They still want to explore them. They're still keen on that fantasy here with the Six and the Seven of Cups. But there's also this death cycle being shown to me now with the 13 about, you know, the fantasy has a lot of price tags attached to it. We have attraction. You attract more romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I always think of escapism with that card. Using this connection in fantasy as a way of escapism. What are their secret confessions of their truest feelings for pile number 2, please? Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. So they could be dreaming about you. I didn't get a huge sense of that in this reading. It's like wide awake fantasies. I wish that I could share my good news with you. It's like they wish that they could brag a little bit about what they've done with themselves. You know, I feel like they're educated, they're smart, they've kind of amassed a lot for themselves in the present moment. You just remind them of when there was a knight or when they were a knight. It's like they want you to see what they've become. They want you to be proud of them. It feels like, oh, it's sweet. They want you to be proud of them. I love you unconditionally. And that is the King of Cups. It's like it just feels like it is what it is. That's what they want to confess. It's like you are existing in their world. Despite the no contact, despite the disconnect, you are a facet of their environment. And it just feels like they are used to carrying this weight around with them. Splitting the burdens. It's time for me to heal now. They do want some type of closure, some type of communication with you that will settle the score or make them feel justified. Whoops. On the floor. I wish I could take back my words. And you were the best thing in my life. And you came closer than anyone is on the back of that deck. There's secret confessions up there. Truest feelings, please, for pile number 2. It took some time, but I finally see clearly now. They were perhaps a little bit smug when they walked away. They felt like it would be a little easier emotionally. They thought it would be easier to kind of forget about the connection or forget about the potential that existed between the two of you. On the floor, we have, this just doesn't feel right. And I'm scared of your temper, so a little bit intimidated by you as well. Perhaps afraid of maybe a conflict between the two of you. Maybe they were a little bit smug in the past of this connection right before the disconnect. Wondering what your impression is of them, because they definitely care what you think of them here with the Knight of Cups. Sometimes I'm going to make this happen, or somehow I'm going to make this happen. I feel like the problem with your person, however, is that they do care about a lot of other people's opinions. It's like they care about everyone's opinion. What are their secret confessions of their truest thoughts, please, and feelings? You are my secret wish. My heart and soul belongs to you. And sleepless nights. So it's not that they're dreaming about you. Perhaps they're just staying up all night. It's like maybe they work nights perhaps, but they're staying up and they're thinking about this connection. This isn't right and we both know it. And the back of the deck says, I will never stop hoping for us, on the back of that deck. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What was their very last thought of pile number 2? This soulmate and separation, no contact. What was their very last thought? Pile number 2, 6 of swords. There's a very strong familiarity with this reading with pile 1, actually. The 7 of Pentacles came out reversed there as well. They were thinking about what it would take. What it would take, and if you still love them, or if you feel love for them too, if they're just wishful thinking, because the King and Queen of Cups is here, and they're really emphasizing like the mom and dad. So you could be a mom, maybe they're a dad, vice versa perhaps, but they're really thinking about what would it take for me to empower myself here? What would it take for me to figure all of this out? Would I have to literally uproot everything that I've invested in? How vulnerable would I have to be to charge forward towards something that I want? They feel like you're the only one that can offer them solutions or offer them some type of clarity. Oh, we've got a lot in the bowl today. We have Q and Z. I always think of sleeping with the Z, but it could be an initial. J, S, and B. We also have here the horse reverse. We also have a horse that's looking back towards himself. So there's this frustrating energy of delay, being pulled in different directions right now. Loyalty with the dog, with the circle around it. I always think of a ring with that charm. So loyalty being tested, but there's their tangled heart. And there is the Cheshire Cat. So great smile, somebody who has an enigmatic smile, but also being pulled in different directions. Someone who wanted to make beautiful music with you, but frustrating delays. The Hand of Hamza. And we also have a mermaid. So somebody who thinks of you as a bit of a soul sort of somebody who lures them, or it's very risky for them to approach you. We have angels watching over the situation as well. Pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop me a comment below for your chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading. And if you go to my page and it's empty, it just means I've sold out for the day, but I do update the shop daily, so be sure to check back. But I do hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the White Flower and to the Knight of Wands, and this is your reading. The soulmate and separation on your mind, the no contact situation that you find yourself in. What are their confessions of their truest feelings for you? The Knight of Wands can be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And you can see this big firework going off here. It's like this explosion, and maybe an epiphany has come for this person. They're thinking about taking action, because the Knight of Wands wants movement, wants fire, doesn't want to listen to the consequences. So there could be consequences, and that's why these are secret confessions at this moment. But you make them want to charge forward. They have a lot to say, or they have a lot that they want to express to you in some type of way. And with the White Rose, they may still have hope, or think that there's hope in this connection in some way. What are their secret confessions of their truest thoughts for pile number 3, please? We have the Moon, Cancer and Scorpio energy coming through. And I'm just struck here, first of all, by the shadow of the star coming through, so Aquarius energy as well, and the dragonfly. And they're playing this violin, and I always think of sad music with the violin. And I'm also focused as well on these 3 little birds. There's been a very strong emphasis on friendship in today's reading. And these 3 little birds it's like young and ill-equipped and not going out on a limb, and I feel like they want to confess that. It's like I didn't have any experience in the past of this connection, or I'm afraid to go out on a limb. I'm afraid to change directions. And there's a part of them that's sort of afraid that they lost their chance in the past. It follows them around, this missed opportunity. We have the King of Coins, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and he's a rabbit as well. And at his feet is this beautiful heart. And so the rabbit is a symbol of the Page of Wands, of wanting more. So although they have evolved and grown, the King of Pentacles, has amassed a lot for himself. He's got this huge city behind him. He's covered in all sorts of abundance. Some things never change. It's one of their confessions. It's like, despite maybe what I have, where I am in life, I still want to charge forward. I've had these aha moments about you. with a Page of Pentacles. And this Page of Pentacles has tentacles that are latching or have these suction cups that want to grab onto the past. That's one of their secret confessions as well, is that they go over the conversations that you've had in the past. They go over the opportunities that they've had with you. And sometimes in their fantasies, they rewrite them. They rewrite what actually happened. But that's sort of an act of emotional helplessness. They don't know what else to do in the present moment. It's like their mind is a constant rerun. That's what I keep hearing, is a rerun. And it's making them feel helpless and restless. They also want to confess that they either feel like they're making you feel ignored, or that they feel ignored or overlooked in the present moment. But if you feel ignored by them, it's not that they aren't thinking about you or wanting to communicate with you, because they definitely want movement, they want action. There's the King of Wands. So if we have the Knight of Wands as your back of deck, here's the King of Wands wanting to finish the process. It's like, finish what we started. That's what I keep hearing. I want to confess to you that I want to finish what we started. And they know that they're going to have to change directions in their focus and their actions and their application of strength towards you. They know they're going to have to make a change to make this happen. We have the World and there's the Four of Wands, but they want to make this happen. Like, they want to build up the courage. Here is this mermaid that's also a lion, and in the bubble is this Page of Wands energy, this rabbit. And it's like they have this determination. I feel a determination to come forward in some type of way towards you. But there could be consequences. They're also confessing this sort of twin flame energy, how all of these sparks between the two of you has prompted them to act in some type of way. And there's the Chariot. Cancer, very strong energy here. And the Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords is all about letting go, releasing, ego energy. It's supporting the King of Pentacles right now. And so this could be supporting his position, his or her position in the present moment, or their expectations. Because they know that it's a risk of some kind. The Ace of Wands, Eight of Cups, and now they're talking about walking away from something profound, walking away from something that isn't as fulfilling as they think they could have with you. And nobody knows that they feel this way, this secret confession about their unsatisfaction. They're like, I'm not happy with the choices that I've made. Nobody knows that. This is a confession only for you. The Seven of Wands. And it's perhaps because of their constant focus on this connection that they don't have enough energy left over to focus on repairing the disconnect or repairing their dissatisfaction in that environment. Because their dissatisfaction is being caused by this spark that they feel with you. This desire, this desire to be an open book and to finally be forward and that's what I heard was forward, not even vulnerable, but forward. They want to be forward with you. But they see the obstacles. But there's a determination here. Here's the Nine of Cups. I'm also looking here at the Five of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. It stresses them out to think about making this happen. They're still very much hoping for it, wishing for it. And they could be gazing at you or watching you, because I'm getting a sense of star energy. I'm getting a sense of them kind of wanting you, wishing for you in the present moment. But there's also this message about, like, no one knows. No one knows that I still think about you. There's the Hermit. No one knows that I still think about you. And they also want to confess that they wonder if you are reflecting this energy back at them. Are you also preparing? Is there a twin flame energy for you? They feel like you have a similar structure or a similar environment. They're hoping that that also equates to a similar feeling within that environment of dissatisfaction. We have here the Three of Wands and the Magician. And this person is trying to manifest change. Like, they want change, pile 3. And that's part of their secret confession with this Magician. Often when I see this black cat, I think of the High Priestess and how they're sitting upon information they know about a plan that they're making or a fantasy that they're having, a desire in their hearts to implement change and expansion in this connection with you. I'll take a peek there. There's the Ten of Cups. and the Six of Wands, because they want to offer you the truth. It's like they want to offer you the full spectrum. And they feel like offering that to you will open up a huge floodgate of momentum for the two of you. We have Gaia, wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. And they've reached this point. They've reached this crossroads or this benchmark in this connection where they understand it a little bit more, or they think that they understand it a little bit more. They feel the presence of this sort of connection that's a little bit deeper than just physical attraction. But it seems like a light in the dark that's gone off like that firecracker. We have a sacred heart, passion, love, and spiritual communion, number 12, and they want to surrender to it. But they do feel like they're coming to some type of crossroads, or they have to make a definitive decision. They feel like the past is calling them. And I feel like you're in that past, because that's where they lost you. Loss, grief, sadness, and resurrection. And that's what they're afraid of. They're afraid they've already lost you, or it's like they're already afraid that they've missed their opportunity. And they've had this revelation about how unique you are as well. Divine Feminine here could definitely be the water sign. We have moonlight, travel, romance, and potential on the back of that deck. And they still feel it. They still feel that potential. I don't think they want to let it go. I think they want to keep it in a safe department, or compartment rather. And I feel like, to be honest with you, that it may only be a matter of time before there's some type of reconnection. Even if it's just a conversation, that's what they want to confess, is that they feel like it's only a matter of time. We have Cobra, being on their guard, danger, ready to strike. Like, it just feels like there's so much movement and this intention behind them. The Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the World, unfinished cycles with you. And they burn for you. They burn for you. And it's like it relies on a lot of their strength. There's a lot of Leo energy towards this person as well. So that could help, and they may not be a Leo, but there's a lot of Leo energy around them. We have here the tarantula, and waiting so patiently. Waiting patiently for the right moment to strike. And there's a plan in place here. There's intention, there's focus towards you, but waiting patiently for the right moment to strike. The tarantula will make a hole in the ground, a burrow out of a hole in the ground. It'll sit in the hole, just in the doorway, waiting for something to get close enough and walk by, and then it'll strike. And it feels like that, like waiting for the perfect opportunity before I strike. Some confessions of their truest feelings for pile number 3, please. Soulmate and separation, no contact. I can't make up my mind. I wish I had made better choices in relation to you. The Lovers, Two of Wands, flirtation in the past, wishing that they had just taken action. I want to grow old with you. It's the Ten of Pentacles. They feel like you could have had it all together. The Ten of Pentacles can also relate to commitment cycles presently. That's why they feel like there's consequences if they rush forward now, and they have to build up their strength to do so. I'm still trying to make sense of it all. Still trying to understand the connection, and it's so much easier to just fantasize than it is to make it real with you. But that came in a state of limbo. It came in sideways because there is intention here for you, pile 3. This is intention that I didn't necessarily feel in the other 2 piles. I'm focused on me right now, and there's this aspect of them feeling selfish. They're speaking about their secret feelings of you surrounding selfishness and wanting to act, but knowing perhaps that it would be selfish at this time. Because they do feel like they're being pulled in 2 different directions. They could have a choice to make or decision to make between parties at this time. What are their truest confessions? Their truest feelings for pile number 3, please. Where have you been? They feel like they've missed a lot of your life. So they don't know what's been going on with you. I'm haunted by this connection, like a shadow that follows them around. You are a stunner. Have you forgotten all about me? And please forgive me. Perhaps forgiveness for not taking action, forgiveness for being too passive in the past of this connection or conflicts that the two of you had. That smile though. And I wish that we could turn back time. Oh, I've got two here. I think about you every damn day, and I imagine a future with you. And I feel like when they think about the future, they do think about you, a part of that future, Pile 3. I am aglow with thoughts of you. And I love this card because it reminds me of that Sarah Harmer song where she speaks about the past and she speaks about these beautiful memories, and she doesn't even care if they're real or not because they make her feel good, and it's like lights her up inside. And that's how this person feels. Let's get a charm bowl. The last thought this person had about Pile 3, please, or soulmate and separation. We have the Two of Cups coming out on my lap. Oh, we have another one on my lap. The Six of Cups. Oh my goodness. The Knight of, or King of Wands here. There's a feeling of insecurity that they have in relation to the plans that they're making presently. It's like they're making a plan, but they're not confident enough yet to execute. They're afraid. And so they're really thinking about the past. They're thinking about how they're holding space for that past or standing guard over that past, and really hoping that they have the courage ultimately to do what's necessary to create change. Even if it's to empower themselves by gaining closure, it's like they really hope that they have the courage, but they don't at this time. We have the letter L, the Three of Cups, friendship energy here. We also have the Strength Ruin, powerfully overcoming forces against you. There's an aspect of them wanting forgiveness or thinking that they'll need forgiveness if they approach you in some type of way. And it may not be forgiveness from you, but just forgiveness overall. It's like they're feeling guilty. We have here Taurus. We have the stethoscope, hospital nursing connection perhaps, or a blocked heart chakra. We have the saxophone. I think about the early 90s music videos where someone's playing mournfully on the beach. We have the apple of temptation and education. You may have gone to school with this person. We also have here the butterfly of transformation. So this person feels like they've evolved, they've changed. And we have the seahorse. It's black seahorse. So surrendering to the Ten of Swords, to endings, to new beginnings, to sort of new fresh perspectives. And it's like wanting to come to an end of a painful cycle because maybe we've been elongating this cycle for a long time. All right, pile number 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your like button and your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.